If you're new to my channel, I'd like to encourage you to hit subscribe, tap that bell, and make sure you're following me on Instagram and Twitter at Don's Lawns 1. We will be discussing fertilizer, talking about some of the different types and options that you have out there. So I'm going to show you 3 different options of fertilizers that I use personally or have used recently that I have enjoyed or had good results with. The first one that I'll talk about today is the XGN DIY. It's X Green. It is an 818 nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium percentages. And basically what this is a homogeneous blend. So you get all of those ingredients crushed and mingled and mixed together into one prill. So you don't have any chances of, you got excessive nitrogen in one spot and a whole bunch of potassium in another. It's all mashed into one prill, and that prill is the same throughout. Each prill is 818, okay? So you'll understand that more later. 8% nitrogen, 1% phosphorus, and 8% potassium. The nitrogen pushes the growth, okay? The phosphorus, it's great for the roots, okay? And the potassium is great for your plant health and encouraging vigorous turf. If you're interested in the X Green DIY or in the Carbon X, I have a share a sale link down below in the description to the Yard Mastery store where you can find some and try it out in your lawn. Some of the key ingredients in the X Green is the iron, 4% iron. It also has 10% sulfur, which the sulfur really helps to activate everything and really turn it on. Some of the biggest things that they talk about in this X Green DIY, it is carbon-based, and it's got the root hair promoting peptides. It's got the chicken litter and the hardwood biochar. So all of those ingredients are going to help your soil, okay? That's what we're looking at with those. The peptides are obviously going to be great for your plant's roots, but the biochar and the chicken litter are great for your soil. The next fertilizer I'm going to talk about is available at Home Depot. It is the Vigoro lawn fertilizer. Got this assurance coating on it that gives it this even greening, so it kind of delays. It's a polymer coating on the fertilizer, so it kind of delays the release of nitrogen. It is a 2904 percentage, so that means it's high nitrogen, 0 phosphorus, and low potassium. This is a great thing if you want to give it a quick push before a party, a week or so before a party or something like that. You want to give it a big burst of nitrogen and get it growing real good. You can throw some of this down and it's going to last you a little while. It does put in a big difference within 72 hours. The bag says 72 hours and they're not lying. So throw this down, water it in, give it a nice good watering, and you will see some results very quickly. Some of the key ingredients in the analysis here, it is a 21% urea nitrogen, and then it does have polymer coated, sulfur coated urea and potassium chloride. So again, that sulfur coating is going to give it a nice pop. I'll show you kind of what's going on in here. Maybe if you can see this, but the fertilizer has different sizes in there and different colors. Those different sizes and colors there, all those different sizes and colors are the different pieces of the component. Each one is, nitrogen, and then there's some of the potassium and so on and so forth. So this is not a homogeneous blend like the X Green where each prill has all of the ingredients. So with that being said, the Vigoro is easily available at Home Depot. It's fairly cheap considering, what you're looking for. And then it is a high nitrogen fertilizer, but it's not homogeneous. It's got the different granules, so you need to make sure that you spread it and water it in. Now the last fertilizer I'm going to talk about today is from a local nursery here in town in Corpus Christi. It is Gill Landscape Nursery, and they have a 1313 fertilizer that they sell and distribute there from their store. I have done some other videos on Gill's product before, so if you're interested in checking that out, you find that up above. It does have multiple forms of nitrogen. It's got the ammonium sulfate for a quick green up. Again, that sulfur is what really gives it a pop. And it also has carbon-coated time-release nitrogen, and then the huactinite, which is based out of Houston. It's like a Milorganite type of product. So it has some slow release, it has some quick release. It also has a little less than 1% of iron, so nothing to really write home about, but it has 8% sulfur. So again, that's something that's really going to give it a nice push at the beginning and give it some spread. So with this product as well, looking at the ingredients, you're going to want to spread it and then water it in also. So the 3 different products that I showed you right here, you've got your X Green DIY, which you can find on Yard Mastery. Use my share sale link down below in the description. You've got the Vigoro you can find at Home Depot. And then you've also got Gill Landscape Nursery here in Corpus that you can go find and use their product as well. So I encourage you to go find a local landscape nursery and ask if they have any of their fertilizer. And if they do, check it out, look at the ingredients, and maybe give it a shot. So you're probably wondering, why didn't I talk about Milorganite? Well, quite frankly, I didn't talk about Milorganite because I don't really use it too much anymore. Lately, I've switched to ProCare, which is available at Lowe's. It's a little bit cheaper, a little bit different analysis, but you know, if you're looking for some slow release, something to just throw down and try to benefit your soil a little bit, yeah, you can go with that. But it's not really the best fertilizer for your buck. Okay, so try to not use the biosolids unless you're really just itching to throw something down and you're not too concerned about your phosphorus levels in your lawn. Then sure, you can use something like that. So I have had good results with the ProCare. Now, it's not the only fertilizer that I use in my lawn, though. I do use it in conjunction with some of these other ones right here. It just depends on time of year and what my goal is at that moment and what I need to address. So keep that in mind. It's not always a exact method to the madness. You kind of need to pick and choose and make some decisions, and it's almost like a flow chart, and kind of go through that whenever you make your choice to figure out what type of fertilizer you need to put down in your lawn. So I hope that that answered a lot of your questions today about fertilizers. If it did, make sure you hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe. Hit subscribe, tap the bell so you get notified when I post new videos. And as always, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at DonsLawns1. Hit me up there if you've got more questions, or in the comment section down below. I try to get back to people as soon as I can. As always, thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next video. Best of luck in the lawn.